Hi, Linton. It's Aussie Villain. Yeah, look, mate, I've just received word that Qarabag have landed. Yeah, did you fix the sign? Good work, mate.
Synker samman till segerstroppen Mount Grindavik Och jag vet nu get it done.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. Today, Champions League football starts again. It is qualifying, the first qualifying round, and it is Qarabag for us. You can see the other teams we could have got here. This is most of them, and it's just about maybe Lech Poznan would have been a tough one. Bate Borisov perhaps, but it's certainly amongst the toughest ones we could have got. Actually, Poznan and Cluj is a tough first round draw, isn't it? But anyway, let's catch you up on a few things that have happened since last episode. And by a few, I mean one. It was a game in the league against IBK Qarabag, so local derby. Let's see how it went. We fell behind in the first half, but substitutes Anderson and Rocky combined to rescue a point. So we just never really got going in this game. I tried playing with the two up top. Now, usually I would do that because the other team is playing a 4-4-2 or two strikers. On this occasion, it was because we were just lacking a little bit of depth in wide areas, and with Viva not really ready to go for this one, I decided that this was our best chance to sort of rotate the squad, and it didn't work. We actually equalized when we went back to our usual formation. Now, Arneson, who got the assist, was absolutely brilliant with that ball in. Let's have a quick look at him. He is someone that's come through the academy, and he's not really improved. He sort of came through at this level and has not really ever done anything otherwise, but I still think there might be a decent player there for us. But yeah, well, we'll see how he goes. He's got a couple of the key attributes that you'd want from a wingback. So yeah, we'll just see how he goes. Unfortunately for him, he's got Collar that's come through in front of him, and he's going to struggle to get game time just because of that, I think. But that was a first game for him for the club, and what an assist, what a ball in it was as well. So the league table, we can see it here. We are still top as European football start. Same amount of games as Breeder Blink, and we have a 4-5 point gap, and the FH is still there as well. Qarabag are up there, but you can see they've played 2 more games than everybody else around them at the top there. So yeah, it's a strong position to start the league. We also have a game against Selfoss potentially today. They're bottom of the league. It's going to depend on how this first game goes against Qarabag. So let's not waste any time. I am a little bit nervous about it. I don't know what to expect from them. I'm hoping it'll be fine. They're a little bit late getting to the stadium thanks to glorious work from Litzen there. This is the team we're sending out. It's Andreasen in goal. It's Sanchez, Andreasen, Antonsen, and Matheson as the back 4. I've sort of dropped Adel Steinsen for Europe because he's let us down a little bit in Europe, particularly from defending corners. Antonsen is the reason we've done this. He's a bigger presence, and he's got decent positioning still as well. So he and Andreasen should be a good partnership back there. Sayas, Turpinson, and Capiello are the midfield trio. It's Viva and Rocky. Turco goes up top, and it's an extended bench, and it is, I'm going to say, probably the best bench we ever had. There are some decent players on that bench. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. I did have a sneaky look at their players when we drew them, and there is a couple of they're older guys, you know, like in their sort of early to mid 30s. Put on a worthy display. I think, yeah, ignore any praise. Just go out there, play your natural game. The last thing we need is extra pressure on this one. There's enough on there already. So here we go. Champions League football returns. Sayas is captain on the day, and well, I think he's club captain. He's captain on any day. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, as I say. It's one of these. I think it should be okay, but you just never know, do you? Razayev is there. No, Razayev we had at Queen of the South, didn't we? He was a midfielder. So looks like it's almost a full house. We are at our actual home ground for the first couple of rounds of qualifying, and then I think we end up moving to the National Stadium. You can see the roof still in pretty good nick, despite the harsh Icelandic winter, so that's good to see. Look at the 2 towers at the back there. Of course, we could stick Monty in there as well, and he's just as tall. And we've got an early highlight, and it is an aimless ball forward. Can Turco put a bit of pressure on here? They're trying to play out, and Capiello has possession back. Sanchez to Rocky. Rocky twisting. He did brilliantly there. There's a good ball for Turco. Oh! It is not a save. It's the crossbar. That is unlucky. Can we put a little bit more pressure on them high up the pitch here? Try and test them to play out, and they can't do it. Andreasen to Turpitsen. Undoubtedly our most improved player from this time last season. Viva. Oh, what a ball that is for Turco! And the two combine. And it is a 7th goal this season for Turco. And that is absolutely brilliant. Now, the transfer window, this is what I was going to say at the top. The transfer window has opened. We haven't had any serious bids come in. There is interest in Turpitsen. There is interest in Capiello. But we're not selling either, or particularly Turpitsen, because he's club trained. You know, those guys are absolutely valuable for us. But yeah, we haven't done anything yet either. I am looking because when I registered the Champions League squad, when you take into account obviously the different registration rules between the league and he's got a twisted knee, does Sayas. Okay. How's he playing? He's playing okay. Yeah, the different registration rules. I think we have an extra 9 places we can register, the 9 sort of vacant spots to register players for Europe. So I am looking, if we can get 1 or 2 sort of star players in, then we'll look to do that. The issue is that if we sign them ourselves, they'll want to be, oh dear, he's offside. The flag comes to our rescue there. Let's maybe just give it a focus though. And how close was... Oh, he's well offside, isn't he? He was always offside. So in the end, it's not bad defending from our boys there. Just let him go. Yeah, if we sign them permanently, they're going to want to be in the league squad, which could then cause other problems. Although if they're better players, then arguably we just register them anyway. Let us say, don't get complacent out here. We've got a stressed out looking Viva, which is not ideal, but he did put a wonderful ball through for Turco, so he should be fine. Yeah, so ideally, if we get a loan, then we don't register in the league squad. It's not going to cause a sort of a longer-term problem. But the issue with loans is that they don't tend to be finished products. I've had another look at Leeds, and there's not too much there that makes us instantly better, which in a way is good because it means that we're developing, you know, as a squad. As I'm just worried a little bit here that Qarabag have woken up. There is still Leeds players that we could loan in that would do well for us in our league, but ideally I want to try and play our youngsters in the league where possible so that they get better. I feel like, and we are dominating possession 77%, but what we're not doing here is putting chances away. So let's try lowering this tempo down and see if we can create maybe a few better chances if we're not trying to ping things around quite so much. Matheson with the ball. Sayas to Turpitsen. Turpitsen gets one forward, looking for Rocky. Rocky, I mean, it was a decent ball into space. Rocky just didn't really want to chase it. But I think there we may have seen the issue with how we were playing in just sort of launching balls forward into space and not really having players there. Rocky is onto that one, though. And unfortunately, it doesn't amount to anything as Turco battling for the ball and winning out. Rocky again. Rocky, nice ball there for Viva. Can Viva pull it back for Turco? Capiello's in there as well. Capiello! It's a 2nd goal of the season for Flavio Capiello. That makes it 2-0. And that is a very, very nice place for us to be. Maybe just the lowering of the tempo for Europe has worked there. Viva did well, back to Matheson, picked out Capiello, and it's a good header, isn't it? A really good header from somebody who's in the team for his work with his foot on the ball. That wasn't too bad at all. All right, let's give him some praise for that. Sanchez with a throw. If we can get to a 3rd goal here, then you'd start and feel a lot more comfortable about going to Azerbaijan. Viva! Oh, that's off the post as well. Viva is really good with his head. Which is a little bit surprising, giving his jumping reach of 8 and heading of 5. Ball into the box. Matheson does enough. Sanchez only playing a 6.4. Sayas had a twisted knee, didn't he? If we can get another goal, I wonder if maybe we look to make a couple of changes here. Capiello on the ball now. I thought he was going to give it away, but he does well. Viva. Come on, mate. Turpitsen gets caught in possession. That's not what we wanted. And Sanchez is now being caught out of position. And that is definitely not what we wanted. Sanchez, you're having a nightmare. We'll get collar on for him. And that is very much now tie back on, isn't it? 2-1. And we've got to go away from home That is not what we wanted. Yeah, Sanchez just not having a good day, is he? He was well out of position then, just not paying attention, it seemed like. Let's tell him to focus. 76% possession. How is this game even close? They've gone to a 4-4-2, which might explain a little bit of their ability to score a goal. There, here we go with Rocky, also not having his greatest day, but can you make up for that here? Oh, it's fallen for Capello again. Oh, is he that penalty? He was crowded out, and it is Andreasen, the big centre-back, to come forward. Can he get himself a Champions League penalty now? And he can! He adds a third, so it's 3-1 in stoppage time. Now, we do just need to try and protect this a little bit. Sayas is absolutely in pain, so let's get Paul Dartson on for him. We'll stick him in there as just as a anchor man, just to try and help see this out for us. Though by the time I make the change, it's probably going to be too late. And it is the 94th minute now. If we get another one, it is a very nice place for us to be going away. If they score, then it's going to be change of underwear time as we fly all the way to Qarabag. That is a easy one for Andreasen. A minute to go in stoppage time. What is going to happen here? I mean, I'd take full time. What we don't want is them scoring. I'm willing to not have a goal for us, to not have a goal for them. Oh, and it is off the underside of the crossbar. The football gods are with us on that one. For Dartson heads it clear, and then hacks it clear. Turco is there. And we're putting some decent pressure on them here. The stoppage time has been played. And that is offside, and that should do it. 3-1 going to Azerbaijan. It's definitely not tie over. We'll stroke the second leg for sure. No away goals is going to be a bit of a godsend. That makes it a little less stressful for us. But certainly, I mean, we're still going here. Collar. Can we go and nick a fourth? Collar, ball in. Oh, it's a good ball in as well. And I guess calm defending. And that will do it now. So 3-1 in the first leg. We dominated possession. If we can create a few more chances, take a few more chances, then we should be okay. But it's certainly not done. So young Grindavik shine against Qarabag. It is another goal for Andreasen, who is looking a very, very good signing for us at this point. And guys, wait right there. I'll play through the Selfos game in the league. Hopefully we'll get 3 points there. Then we'll go to Azerbaijan and hopefully get a win there as well. Okay, welcome back. We are coming back for the second leg and also to a new signing. We have a new striker, Fausto Giardini. Let's go with that. He is a B- rated signing by the fans. He's going to be good though, I think. You can see there's a lot of room to improvement and he was already an important first team player. And what we can see here, 1,300 a week as a regular starter. Don't happen there. You can see all the regular bonuses that we offer as well. Let's have a look at our new man, and this is him. Now, he likes to be a trequartista, so that is maybe not ideal, but there's a lot to like about him. He's got that physical presence that we don't really have in a striker right now, so yeah, it should work out okay. He can play in wide areas as well as a right winger. He could also play, to be honest, as a left-sided, like inside forward, like we have with Rocky. And I think he just sort of takes us on another level in terms of the quality of player that we have. Now, he has played in Serie A as recently as last season. Could even be as recently as this year. I don't know. We can't tell when the start was. But yeah, so he's obviously was relatively highly rated by Inter. I'm not sure why they've let him go, but we picked him up on a free. And you can see he's already played one game. That was against Selfos in the league. I can tell you he started on the bench. But let's see how the team did. We fell behind in the 78th minute, but Niall Huggins rescued a point. So, not ideal, not a great performance from us. I mean, it's one of those where it wasn't bad. You look at the match stats and it's like, oh, you must have played quite well. But you look at the match ratings and you can see we really didn't. We defended okay. And we had a couple of young guys in there. It was a completely rotated side apart from the goalkeeper. And yeah, it just never clicked. So that is obviously a shame. Look at this guy who I don't think we've seen in the first team before. Actually, it was his first game for us. A lot of potential there. He was out on loan last season. And it says he's a striker or a left-sided player. He's only right-footed. left-footed. He can't really finish that well. He can't really cross either. I don't know what he is, but we gave him a game because he was able to be registered. So, yeah, we'll see what happens to him. He's wanted by Fram on loan. If they want to pay him on loan, that's absolutely fine. We'll let him go out on loan, I think, for next season. But anyway, we've got a big Champions League game coming up here. And we are expecting this time a 4-4-2 from Qarabag. Now, that obviously makes me think, do we want to change the way that we're playing? And I've decided no, it doesn't, though not with any great confidence. So Andreasen goes in goal. Sanchez needs to be better. It's going to be him, Andreasen, Anderson, and Matheson, the same back four. It's the same team, basically. Sayas, Turpitson, and Cappiello. Viva, Rocky, and Turco. Now, the new man is not registered for this tie, so he's not available. And the other bit of news, well, I'll get to the other bit of news when we get in there. So we can see the team sheets here for the second leg. The other bit of news, in order to register Gadini for the, what do we want to say to this? Put on a worthy display. No complacency. There's no pressure. Just play your natural game. Let's go with that. Yeah, in order to register Gadini into the league squad, we had to unregister Arneson, who is the backup goalkeeper. And, I mean, it's not a massive deal because we have Morty Mortensen, who can be the backup in the league. We have a couple of other young goalkeepers as well who sort of are auto-registered because they've come through our academy. And so it's not the end of the world. We can get away with it. But, yeah, if we were to get a long-term injury even to Andreasen, it's not ideal to have someone so young starting these games. This looks like an 18th century English cricket ground almost. Anyway, it's tin sheds all around. Looks like a new stadium too. It looks a bit shiny, doesn't it? Do we get a look at the roof? There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Of course, they don't have the harsh winters. Or do they have harsh winters in Azerbaijan? Maybe they do. I actually don't know. It's in that weird, not weird part of the world, but where the weather, it looks like it should be sort of hot and dry all the time, but it's quite mountainous too, isn't it? I think that sort of part of Central Asia, I think it's called, isn't it? But anyway, let's not worry too much about the weather and how harsh their winters are. Try and win a game of football here. Oh, a loose pass. Rocky to Turco. Turco, it is a good block, to be fair. We are getting quite a collection of Italians at the club as well, and that's not sort of by any sort of plan. It just seems to happen because we've got Sayas, Cappiello, Rocky, Turco is in here. Turco can't find the finish. And of course now Gadini as well. And that just seems to be who the scouts are bringing to me. Matheson with the corner. Can he find one of our big centre-backs in the middle? No. Sayas will retrieve it. And we go back to Denis Sanchez, and that will be that. We maybe don't need to be attacking them, actually. We do have a 3-1 lead away from home. The other thing we might do is we seem to play a little bit better when we lowered down the tempo in that first leg, didn't we? I think maybe playing in Europe, lower tempo, in the league, maybe a higher tempo is needed. Yeah, the league performance, it was kind of a typical league performance from us, to be honest, at this time of year. I think I might need to have a reassess of how we go about those games. There's a good ball forward for Turpitson. Turpitson to Turco, and that is another good save from their goalkeeper. We just need to find a way through, and then you wonder if they might start to panic and open up a little bit for us. But as things stand right now, we're doing well. And yeah, like I said, we just need that goal, don't we? I just feel like if playing the way we're playing now, we don't quite have the depth in terms of wide players. Now, I'm wondering with the addition of Gadini as well, if we could go something... we're controlling... let's just still say don't let your performance levels drop. Yeah, I'm wondering with the addition of Gadini, if we could go with two up top, Gadini and Stephenson, or Turco and Stephenson, and maybe that is the way to go. Throw an extra centre back in there because we do have the young Triggy Triggy Magnuson, who I wouldn't mind giving some extra game time to. So yeah, I do wonder if maybe that is something for the league during this time of the season we need to look to do just now. Rocky keeps possession there for us. Antonsen gets it forward for Turpinson. All the way back we go to Andreasen. And we come forward again. Nice patient play. Viva looking for, not finding Turco. Good tackle from Turpinson. We go again. Turco's in again. And Turco this time sticks it away to make it 4-1 on aggregate. And that should be enough for us if we defend properly. early in the second half. What a tackle from Gary Turpinson. Lays it off there for Viva. Ball forward. It must have been close to offside. I was trying to do the confident celebration in the hope that the referee, I should say, wouldn't do anything. It's like when you... This might be a bit of a niche reference to people outside of cricket playing countries, but it's like when you're bowling and you just run down the wicket celebrating like it has to be out. There's not even a decision to be made. Or is it just me that does that because I'm a bit of a bad sport? But there we go. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here now. Oh, there's another loose pass. Andreasen to Rocky. If we can get another one, that should be game over. Turco's in. Turco! Oh, their goalkeeper is just... I mean, it's not great finishing from Turco. That was straight at the goalkeeper, but still would have been nice to see that one end in the back of the net. If we can get another goal... Yeah, I mean, the fixture list is constantly changing for us right now because what's happening is Matheson's got a good run forward. He's got Turco in the middle again. It's back there for Turco. Back to Matheson. Matheson to Viva. Viva's got time and space. It's... Oh, Sayas. I wondered if it was a penalty for a second there for the tackle on Viva, but no such luck. But yeah, it's difficult to sort of plan too far ahead in terms of squad rotation right now, because what's happening is, so right now, that's a bit of a mix-up at the back there, and they have one back. It's 4-2 now on aggregate. Let's just tell them to focus again. And yeah, Antonsen, Turpinson, it was just all a little bit clumsy. It was probably the word, isn't it? And they made us pay for that mistake. But yeah, what I was going to say is that right now, so we have a league game. Oh, I tell you what, it's very close to being offside there. We have a league game, and then we're supposed to have our cup. Is it a quarterfinal, I think, against Grotta? Turpinson with a ball in, but it's headed away. And we really need someone on the edge of the area there. Capiello's doing his best to get back. We do have players back, but they are streaming forward themselves. And that's another good ball in. Oh! And that would have made for a nervous end to the game. All right, Turpinson booked, just falling away a little bit in terms of performance. Let's get Halkson on for him. And I wonder if we could we'll give it a praise. We are still up, try and be positive here. But yeah, what I was trying to say is that that game is almost certainly going to be rearranged if we win here, which it looks as though we are going to sneak through. It's 1-1. We're into about a minute to go of stoppage time. They're not scoring twice, are they? Although if they do score one right now, I will be slightly nervous if a kickoff highlight comes about. And it's not been a great performance from us. Did Andreasen get something on that? No, it's a goal kick. Yeah, so that game's going to be rearranged now. So that obviously changes things because the cups, anybody can play. Anybody that we have as a player can play, whether they're registered in the league or Europe or not. But obviously, if it's not a cup game, it is a European game. Then the game before that, which is against FH, I think. Obviously, the plans for that need to change. So it's a Matheson just playing it safe there, which is good to see. It's essentially the end of the game. They're not scoring twice now. So we are through. We have dodged the banana skin of Qarabag. We'll find out who we have next up. But that is a good result for us. And we played well there as well. Maybe not the end result in terms of goals, but the performance as a general thing was quite solid. So we are through the first round. That takes us, of course, a step closer now to being in a group stage somewhere. Grindavik get a little bit of money for playing in that, and we have drawn Honka. That is a great name. It's a Finnish team, I think, aren't they? Yeah. Now, we played a Finnish team last year, did we not? At this stage, they are a professional team. They are currently 6th in the Finnish league. I'm sure we played somebody. SJK, wasn't it? I'm sure we played them at some point. So we've beaten Finnish opposition before. In terms of league size, I suppose, they're sort of roughly in our realm. And again, you can see we've had fixtures changed around. So it's the original plans all go out the window and we start again, basically. But that will be next episode. We will start, where's our schedule? We will start with the first leg against Honka. If it's game over, then we'll come back for KA, who is a big game. Or actually, they're under 7th. So they're a decent side. We played them twice up here, and they were tough. So it'll be that. And if it's still like today, if it's still sort of tie on, then we'll show the second leg as well. But little bit of pressure off there now. We've got through the Qarabag tie into the second qualifying leg. Second qualifying round, I should say. We go. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for Honka. Take care.